All right, quick little read on the market right now. What happened in the overnight and kind of how it fits into the narrative of the last um, few days. So, uh, basically, how I've been seeing this is that we've had chop, right? We've had chop since Tuesday morning, I think it was. Yeah, down here. Yeah, so Tuesday morning. Basically, we entered into the zone. Um, Shit, it was Thursday. Yeah, last Thursday we kind of entered into this. And we had the range kind of established over here. We had a breakdown, then we kind of got into the smaller range. This was this zone that I talked about in previous videos. I was anticipating the bulls to support. And for the most part, they did. We had all that weird tariff news and stuff, but for the most part, they supported. Yesterday, at the beginning of my trading session, about 10 a.m., I think it was, I put in these green boxes. So I basically said, I'm looking for a volume build either on this side or on this side. I'm not necessarily just looking for a pop into these range. I'm looking for an actual volume build. And we started getting a pretty decent one here, and it was in this area right here that I started trading for breakdowns, for breakout trades to the downside, and miraculously I was able to pull some capital from the market down here. But then I quickly switched and I got some of this, and then sure enough, we did get the volume build where I was anticipating it, and now we're in the midst of a pretty epic breakout, right? So I would think that what we're looking at now is this guy's probably going to support. We're probably going to come back and test it, but then it's probably going to support. This is probably pretty key. And then of course, this whole region right here is massively important going forward. So I think we're gonna, we're looking for all of this to support. In particular, I mean, we could probably put put a new POC line down here. We have that 5-day POC. Yeah, I mean, I think we can do that. All right, and so like, yeah, let's do that for now. It just says like a reminder that this is key. We'll probably just draw this on the 125,000 value metric. But all right, and so what do? We consolidated between these two blue lines. We flew up. We cracked through the 520. This was my target, you guys here. We hit it in like the first couple of minutes of the overnight. Flew up. We almost took out this 680. And I can't imagine us not hitting the 750, if not like way higher. I think that after consolidating, I think we're looking at a pretty massive move. Let's see what news is coming up today. So what do we got? We got trade balance, jobless claims. We got at 7:30. We have a bunch of news, right? We got our unemployment, and then we got our trade goods balance. So we're looking at some important stuff. And I'm just looking to see what's going on Friday. We got non-farm payrolls, revision, Michigan. And then we have some talking heads. All right, so 9:30 this morning or 7:30 this morning is really what we got to be watching for. So that's probably going to be a hands-off situation. My thought is that we will be looking at a daily range today of something like this. I bet we're going to be like here. to the downside, we could absolutely come back down and test the slope breakout zone. I think 750 is in the cards, probably even all the way up here to like, yeah, up to like 900. I don't think 900 is out of the question. Probably looking at something like this. So yeah, that's a 500. That's a 550 point range that I'm kind of drawn out. That's pretty wild, pretty big, but I think this move could have some pretty serious legs. Where did we actually settle yesterday? Yeah, we settled in here. So this would be a gap fill, right? This would be a gap fill down to here. And it looks like we actually close at here. Yeah, we close at the initial balance high. Yeah, so let's come over here, look at this. Um, all right, come on now. All right, we're gonna stick this fucker down. So let's see here. Let's make sure we got everything where it's gotta be. I'm hesitant to move this guy here, because he's been so incredibly accurate in that 65 to 70 kind of zone, 65, 75. I don't know if I want to bump him up to 20 to 60 points. Let's move this guy down. Let's move this guy down. Get rid of him. Get rid of him. Oh, that's interesting. Interesting. We had the same zone twice. Yeah, that's a key. That's a key level. That's a key level. This blue line's a low volume node right here. This one's a kind of a low volume node as well. All right, yep. This is pretty key. We have an LVN over here. Yeah, yep. Yep. There we go. A lot of volume there. Looks like there's a rejection here. So it's an interesting level. Um, I think what we're doing is we're looking for this volume to support, right? That's our developing POC for the day. We have a low volume node down here. I mean, I guess what we're looking, I guess what I'd be thinking it's for this morning would be something like this. The something like this. A volume building here with increased volume down here would probably be like what I'm looking for. Like a little bit extra volume below this point of control at the closing candle. That'd probably be like a pretty important bias change. And then to the upside, I mean, we're in it, right? I just wanted to, I just would want us to continue acceptance above this area. So it's actually just like where we're at. So, I mean, I think we're actually like pretty solidly bullish right now. I have a little bit of hesitation on it because we are coming back down into this volume, and it looks like this volume rejected. So, you know, we look at it, we're below this volume, and now we're on the bottom side of this distribution. So we'd probably be looking for a bounce down here. I mean, maybe we're in the midst of it right now. Yesterday I was fucking around with a little bit extra trade size. I felt like the climate allowed me to do it. Um, this doesn't really feel like that today. So I think I think this is more of a size it down situation. Like, let's go with entries with one or with five, entries with five, and scale out with one. Maybe like max size of max size of five for now. This is tough because I like you want to buy the VWAP, but yeah, that's crazy. That's far away. Like the VWAP is far away. That's 50. No, that's 40 points away. That's quite a lot. All right, that's the pre-market.